I hate to tell you this, Sly, but the Thievius Raccoonus isn't fully restored. You're gonna have to go back and unlock all the vaults to find the pages you're missing. There is some good news, though. A friend of mine in Japan just sent me this really cool movie. And guess what? It's all about us!
いやー危なかった。ま、カルマリータちゃんには悪いけど、今回も俺様たちの勝ちだ。このデータファイルがあれば父ちゃんの仇が撃てる。あれはまだ俺が子供の頃だ。よく父ちゃんの膝の上で遊んでたっけ。俺様の一族は代々伝わる義族の家系。そして受け継がれた技をまとめたのがこのラクーナの秘伝書だ。その洗練を極めた忍びの技だが、そこには必ず守らなければいけない厳しい掟があった。義族たる者を名誉にかけて狙うは悪党のみ、善人からは奪わない。ところが俺様が秘伝書を受け継ぐことになった夜、突然5人のギャングがやってきた。奴らは俺を守ろうとした父ちゃんを、そしてとうとう見つけ出してしまったんだ。大切なラクーナの秘伝書を。奴らは俺様の全てを奪いやがった。きっと中に書かれた技を使って悪いことをしでかすに違いねえ。そして俺様は一人ぼっち町の孤児院に入った。だがここで素晴らしい仲間に出会ったんだ。天才発明家、頼れる相棒ベントレー、そしてマーレ。食いしん坊でちょっとドジだがまあ憎めない弟分さ。仲間と一緒に俺様は父ちゃんの仇を討ち、そして秘伝書を取り返す。クーパーの名前に恥じない義族になれるか、それとも失敗してご先祖の顔に泥を塗るのか。さあ俺様たちの運命はどっちだ。
Yep, that was it. Well, I showed off anime, old style anime, but yeah. There is a second one, but it's not in the version I'm playing, so yep, no, there's one of the ending. But yeah.
Unfortunately, this vault code appears to have been written in owl dialect. I won't be able to crack the code until we meet and defeat the bird who created it. Press the circle to enter the vault code. Multiple blood vessels burst in my brain while figuring this out. The code had better be 231. Amazing! Colonel Reed Cooper's time stopper technique. Press the triangle button and execute a flashbang that will stun all guards in the world for a few seconds. I can see how this might be useful and entertaining too.
At long last, the Thievius Raccoonus restored to its original state. The first time I held the whole thing under my arm since I was 8 years old. The same weight that all my ancestors had felt beneath their arms as they had passed it on. Although, while other family members may have been great thieves, they all inherited the book. I got a chance to earn it. I had taken down the Fiendish Five, having used the moves my ancestors taught me, and become a master thief along the way. The time had come for me to chronicle my own adventures into the great book. This is gonna be fun.
You've done it, Sly! The Thievius Raccoonus is complete! Now, try beating all the Master Thief sprints to unlock the designer's commentary. Once you've unlocked them all, I've got a special behind-the-scenes movie to show you.
And so that's our reward for getting all the Thievius Raccoonus pages. An ability that's not very useful at this point in the game. And, well, an actual ending. But as Bentley told us, there's an incentive for 100%. The Master Thief sprints. So if you didn't think this game was enough of a platformer, like say Crash Bandicoot, well here you go. There's there's time trials. And man, oh man, are they pretty annoying. Basically, they barely give you enough time to finish the level. So if you really want to beat these, you better know how to play the game very well. Because these are not forgiving in the slightest. You cannot afford to screw around, or else, yeah. And one new feature exclusive to the Master Thief Sprints is the fact that if you get an alert, you lose time faster. So while the time normally drops in this rate, if you get caught by an alarm, then that thing goes down way faster. Basically, if you get caught once, it's an automatic loss for your time trial unless you glitch it somehow. But anyway, here's an example of an, actual successful Master Thief sprint. You'll basically want to use this roll ability a lot. As Bentley told us earlier, it's a fast way to maneuver around levels. And he's not kidding, you're going to need this for any Master Thief sprints. Because if you don't use it, you're going to have fun traversing these on foot. But then again, you won't make it. Because even with the roll ability, I barely managed to make some of at least this level's time. And by the way, that was edited. That was not part of the game, actually trying to show us, make it quick. So yeah. So yeah, use the roll whenever you can. It basically makes moving around way faster. So unless you got some glitch up to, some glitch up your sleeve to even the odds, yeah, you're gonna need to use that a lot. And that was a lucky dodge right there. But yeah, we're already getting to a close. As you can see here, that's the time I have. Yep, I basically got 8 seconds to spare. But yeah, for beating the Master Thief Sprint, you get a developer's commentary. They're at least in every level. But I wouldn't recommend doing this on at least the PS3 version, on disc anyway. Because for some reason the slide collection, at least when I had it, I don't know. For some reason it's not in the slide collection. I don't know why. It just isn't.
I did the kind of layout design for this world using Legos, and it actually turned out pretty close to what I did. I knew it was going to be a rooftop, so having being kind of constrained by the general blockiness of Legos seemed like it was fine, and it helped me get the elevations worked out, and I found it easier than doing it on paper because of all the it's going to be done in 3D anyway, so if you're throwing it together with Legos, you can get kind of hold up to your face and look at it from all these different angles and try and imagine what shots you're going to have in it. So I think it was the only level I did with Legos, but I think it helped a lot.
Compositionally, the level was really fun to work on. It was, once he had the letters done and we knew the elevation, then I went in and even from the very first shot, you'll see that nothing overlaps each other. So the level doesn't feel like extremely super full, but it doesn't feel like it's all a bunch of clutter. And dealing with NPCs, they were really fun. We had a lot of designs and thought about different ideas that would really relate to the idea of dogs playing poker. That was the theme.
Yeah.
The main theme behind it. So you'll see like the dog throwing cards and having his idols being card tricks, and the slobbering dog, the junkyard dog, which started in a whole different design with the bobbing head. It ended up being one of our most complex characters with blend shapes and really great idol of like chomping on a bone. And then at the top, or actually the lower levels, you'll see we call it Dog with Stick, which is totally a play on the thiefy dog sneaking around, and how the idea of this big, cumbersome guy being able to walk so agile with the big stick. And then also the final one, which is you see up in the top level, which is we call him Polly Shackles. And that's a jailbird, and he originally was a woman with a purse, and we found it too offensive, so we had to redesign. We're like, what are we gonna do? We have to redesign with the same gameplay mechanics, and we came up with different ideas, like maybe be an Elvis impersonator with a microphone, but the whole idea of the thin string was too hard for a player to see, and the microphone really wasn't that big of an object. And then luckily Travis came with the idea that it'd be great for it to be a jailbird, him throwing his ball and chain, and it ended up being a really strong element. It's, with the big ball at the end and the thick chain, it's really fair for a player to jump it and also know when it's dangerous. So it ended up being a real win-win.
A lot of the other game design stuff that's in this world besides the sign came out of brainstorming sessions with the people who were going to, like people like Suzanne and Karen and Dev, who were going to be directly involved in how this level was going to get fleshed out. So like the cars with the clues on them that drop away when you come off of them, I think that was Dev's idea, and having the sign, like the big bone that crashes through the wall and everything like that. So it was one of our better, very collaborative efforts.
Definitely.
So here's the two bonus clips you can get. Well, time to watch. And as you can see here, the other cutscenes have names too. But more importantly, we're gonna watch the behind the scenes and the commercials. Hope you enjoy them, but I don't have the second anime clip, so forget that.
How should I describe Sly Cooper?
He's charismatic,
Suave, debonair,
Cool, slick, fast, stealthy, athletic, just a daredevil.
Sly Cooper is charming thievery.
We started with the idea that we wanted to do an action game where the primary character was a thief. The choice of a raccoon was a pretty natural fit in terms of, obviously the mask being in place, being, as Dev would say, a creature of the night.
We very early on wanted to make a game that looked and felt like a cartoon, but was one step closer to realism rather than flat and graphic. We started experimenting with different ways we could bring this character to life, cell shading, how to make it feel like a cartoon but still feel like a great 3D game.
We want it to actually look like it was inked and painted, and we want the backgrounds to be, really lush and have a painted look, so it looks like it's a living animated episode that you've been thrown into.
When you look at the game, initially, the first thing that draws you in is the beautiful art style and lush, very, very lush look of the environments. But when you actually play the gameplay itself is lush as well.
The original conception of the Sly character was a much more realistic raccoon, chubby and not quite as lithe as the character is now, and it kind of evolved as we went along.
Once we got to that part where he kind of evolved into what he is now, my main job was to take him and try to put every bit of thiefiness into him that I could. He was kind of tiptoeing, and he's really like rearing back to ease his foot forward, trying to keep all his weight back so his foot falls softly on the ground, and really try to hone his personality through subtleties in the movement and really try to push the thiefiness.
As we wanted Sly to feel really agile. We wanted him to feel like Sly could do the most amazing physical feats. You want to let the player of the game feel like they're a thief. Not like a real thief, like you wish thieves were.
Sly Cooper's story is really cool. He comes from a long line of super raccoon thieves. And the source of their kind of thieving greatness is this book called the Thievius Raccoonus. It's this incredibly valuable heirloom that is stolen from Sly's family when he's very young.
He has come of age, and now he feels it's his noble duty to take back the Thievius Raccoonus.
Sly has two buddies, Bentley and Murray.
Bentley provides a lot of the plans for their missions. He does a lot of things that are very important for Sly to complete his missions. Murray has a huge case of Sly envy. He wants to be Sly in the worst possible way, and he has absolutely none of the capabilities to do it.
A hero's only as good as his villains. We wanted to create villains, you know, making them dangerous, making them menacing, making them goofy. Just giving them as much personality as Sly Cooper.
It's a super high bar being in the action-adventure category. I mean, all of the greatest games, the best games that are out there are all action-adventures.
The genre is such that you have to really excel in every single phase of the game. Going from saying Sly should be sneaky to actually having him feel sneaky in the game is hard. You have to start and you have to get the animation right, then you have to figure out how the engine's going to play the animation and how it gets affected by where he is and what he's doing and how the player can feel in control at the same time.
People are doing shoot-'em-ups and things with, you know, big weapons and things like that. And this is all about character. So you can get the feeling of, you know, I am Sly and I'm sneaking around. Anytime we can exploit anything in the environment, build it in a way that, you know, as Sly's running over, it might seem more stealthy. We completely exploit that.
And our golden rule is whatever is thiefier wins.
If you want to make a game that looks different, the PS2 gives you the opportunity to do that.
As a programmer, it has a ton of tools for solving all sorts of different types of technical problems.
A big focus for us has been in getting our tool set to the point where the artists were really unconstrained.
Artists will come to us with, they want the game to look this way, or boy, can we have a line around all the characters, the cell shading that we do, or how can we do the lighting models so that things that are bright have certain colors on them. And they have a lot of really cool ideas, and I and the other people on the programming team work on trying to get the technology put in place so that we can, you know, make those ideas happen.
What we were able to do was put together our own lighting algorithm in vector units and then do the same thing for the cell borders that we put around all our characters. We could get it to all run super fast and have it all look different than other games. That was really our goal from the start, was to have a game which looked different.
It's been an interesting process building a team to build a game like this.
It's been great working with such a dedicated group of people. I've never really ever worked with a group I think as hardcore as this.
It really does require unbelievably talented artists, unbelievably talented programmers, and unbelievably talented designers.
How you doing?
The designers, I think, have done a wonderful job of giving players the experience of sneaking and being a thief, and at the same time making the designs accessible to people so that you don't need to be a super gamer in order to play it, although there are tons of things that are in the game for those people.
We're making a game that anyone can play.
You can't just have great art, you can't just have great code, you can't just have great characters, you gotta have it all.
It's not about just how the game looks, it's about how the game plays and how the player experiences it, and it's all about having fun.
You can make a really cool character, but if he's not fun to play, it's not worth doing.
Sly is cool, he's collected, he's adventurous.
Sly is Sly. It is not a misnomer.
What was that all about?
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious Thievius Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Oh, this is bad.
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious Thievius Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Point out a couple of pictures and then go home. Anybody you recognize here? Nah. Huh? I don't hang out with animals, man. I don't.
Which one is he? Does this ring a bell? Which one? You're sitting here lying to me, wasting my time. You're a liar, and I know you're a liar. Ask me here. Is it this one? How about that one, huh?
Sly Cooper, he's one cunning, devious, Thievius Raccoonus. Rated E for everyone.
Welcome to the commercial outtakes for Sly Cooper. He's one cunning, devious, Thievius Raccoonus. He's also one pretty bad actor. Okay, camera's rolling and action.
What was that all about?
Okay, no. Can we get him to stop licking? Or where's he going? Where is he going? All right, can he look at the camera? Not at you? All right, what is he reaching for? The star? What is that? All right, he's chewing an egg or a... Is he gonna hurt her? Come back here. Does he have fleas? Oh, that's crazy. I'll move the stick. Okay, he's not supposed to eat the peanuts. Could someone get another raccoon in?
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, smoke. Okay, less smoke. All right, smoke. All right, who's doing the smoke? We've got way too much smoke. Oops. Okay, very... Hello, Bandit. Okay, this is good. Wait, Bandit? Bandit, where are you going? Bandit!
Hey, I know that cat.
Which cat? Which cat? Where? Show
That
me.
cat.
Point him out.
That cat right
Where?
there.
What
Right
cat?
there.
Where?
Ha!
Where's the cat? Show me the cat.
Where's the cat?
I don't see no damn cat. Show me the cat.
Yeah. Hey, I know that snake.
You know what this is?
No.
We call this a rap sheet, pal. And it doesn't say anything good about you. You got... There's a lot of cops that would like to go home right... Oh, buddy.
Yeah, the put him. I know that dude. He's a snake. That dude's a dog.
Tell me something here. You're gonna
I
give
don't
me
know-
something.
I don't know any
No,
of these
you're gonna
animals,
tell me something
man.
tonight.
I don't hang out with animals, man. I don't associate with
Did I say they were animals?
Yeah, that's it for Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. I showed off all the extras there can be. Well, I enjoyed doing this. I prefer the other games in the series, but yeah. Maybe next time you can see me play Ratchet and Clank. At least that one hasn't changed much. But it's just like Sly 1 with how different it is from the other series, so... Oh boy, there's still some rough patches to go through with these games. Until next time, folks. Not Your Usual Zero signing off.